Warning. This video is not professional advice and is for entertainment purposes only. Please use extreme caution when attempting any repairs. The topic of this video is fixing a Whirlpool dryer that spins but doesn't blow any heat. The model number of the dryer in this video is WED6620HC0. Other models might be similar to this design, but lock-in and steps required for installation of the heating element can vary, so proceed at your own risk. If you are some experience fixing things and have the same or similar model, then you can do this repair yourself with a few simple tools and some time, patience, and parts procured from Amazon. As with any repair, do not attempt if you are not comfortable completing the steps required. Please make sure to unplug or shut off the circuit breaker power to the dryer before attempting any repairs. Let's get started. The good news is if you are a taller person, you can make this repair without having to move the dryer. There are two bolts holding the top of the dryer. The location of the bolts is shown in the picture and video. You need to remove both of those bolts using 5/16 inch wrench or socket. Take your time so you don't drop them behind the dryer. If you can't reach them, try using a step stool. Or worst case, you'll need to move out the dryer and possibly disconnect the vent. This model is a steam dryer, so you might also need to shut off the water and disconnect the water supply. You can also just ask a tall friend to help you with this step to save the hassle of disconnecting everything. After removing the bolts, gently push backwards to slide the top of the dryer back slightly. Then carefully lift it off and set aside in a safe place. Be careful not to scratch, drop, or dent it. After top is removed, then examine the inside of the dryer. This is a good opportunity to clean up and dust or vacuum the inside. The main control board is located in the back left in case you ever need to replace or check that. The black, yellow, and red wire connects to the control panel. You need to unplug it either from the control board or from the control panel. On each side of the dryer, there are bolts holding on the control panel. You will need to remove them with a socket. You might be able to do it just by removing the bolt going into the gray hole, but you can also remove the bolt going into the white hole if necessary. After removing the bolts holding on control panel and unplugging the control panel wire, then remove the black tab holding in the cable using some needle nose pliers to prepare for lifting off the control panel. Next, when the control panel wires are free and clear, gently lift up to remove and set aside the control panel. Now that the control panel is out of the way, the front of the dryer can be removed. Open the dryer door. Remove the lint trap and using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the two screws at bottom of door opening. There are multiple bolts holding on the front of the dryer that need to be removed using a socket. Start with the bottom bolts and remove the three at top last. This model is on a pedestal, so it's easier to see and reach the bottom bolts. Brace the front of dryer using your body or help from someone else. Then remove the three bolts at top using a socket or wrench. There are tabs that the front will sit on, but be prepared for when it comes free so that you don't drop it. When all bolts are removed, lift up and pull forward or remove the front of the dryer. Be careful not to drop, dent, or scratch it. If too heavy for you, then get someone to help you lift it. After the front of dryer is removed, then remove the shield on bottom right in front of the heating element. The shield can be removed by taking out the bolt holding it to the bottom of the dryer. After the shield is removed, you should have access to the heating element. It's scary to see how much lint accumulated on or near the heating element. That seems like a fire risk and could explain why the heating element failed. You can vacuum and dust the bottom of the dryer at this point, or wait and do it later. But make sure you don't skip that step. this style of heating element just slides in. You can disconnect the wires that go to the contacts of the heating element and any other plugs on the side of it, then use needle nose pliers to grip the heating element frame to help pull it out of the shell. Note it might take some force to get it out. Make sure there is nothing else holding it in place. Some of these might be sandwich style and bolted together, which would require more steps to access and unassemble them. It's a tight squeeze, but it's possible to remove the old heating element and replace the new one if you have patience and take your time. Otherwise, it's possible to remove the drum and other parts for easier access. Check YouTube for other videos that would show the full steps. After removing the heating element, inspect it for any visual damage. As shown here, there was a break in the coil which prevents the heat from working. You can also test the heating element for continuity even before removing it to verify it's the problem. If you are not sure how to do that, then check YouTube. There are many videos that demonstrate and explain checking continuity. This video shows the new heating element being tested to show the tester display. If your tester has a beeping function, you will hear a beep when there is continuity. If no continuity, then you would not get a beep and might just see a 1 on the display. After you verify the heating element is bad, then search Amazon for a heating element that works for your dryer model number. Item number 3387747 was compatible with this dryer and also came with the additional parts if necessary for replace the thermostat, thermal fuse. Check the Amazon listing for details of what's included with the heating element that fits your dryer model. When your heating element arrives, compare it with your existing bad part to make sure it's the same size and has the same terminals for the dryer to plug into. Before installing the new heating element, make sure to dust vacuum and clean out all the lint from the bottom of the dryer. Removing all the lint will make it safer and possibly help prevent any problems with the new heating element. Try to get it as clean as you can, like is shown in the video. Slide in the new heating element and reconnect any wires unplugged to remove it. It's important to note this. Make sure the coils of the heating element are not touching the sides. Only the frame should touch the side. Next, reinstall the heat shielding from the heating element. Slide the notch into the slit and attach the bolts using a wrench or socket. Great job if you made it this far. The heating element is now changed and ready to go. Next, repeat the steps to reassemble the front of dryer, then attach the control panel on top. First, lift the front of dryer and hang on the tabs. Use your body to help brace the front or ask a friend to help. Then use a socket to slightly screw in the top bolts to help hold the top in place. Then put back and tighten the bolts removed at the bottom. Then go back and fully tighten the bolts at the top. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to replace the 2 screws at bottom of the door. Also remember to replace the lint filter in the dryer's interior at bottom of the door opening. Next, replace the top control panel and reconnect and secure the wire that runs from the control panel back to the main control board. Use a socket to reattach the bolt through the gray holes on each side of the control panel. After the front and control panel are reattached and secure, then replace the top cover and slide it closed. Then attach the 2 bolts to the rear using a socket. properly reassembled and all bolts are securely tightened. Then plug the dryer back in or turn on the circuit breaker. Finally, make sure the lint screen was replaced and turn on the dryer to test if the heat is working again. Stop the dryer after a few minutes. If working correctly, you should feel heat right away. After seeing all the lint inside the dryer, it's a great time to check and clean the dryer exhaust duct that runs to the outside. Also inspect and clean the outside vent cover and roofers to make sure there isn't any lint buildup there. If you made it this far, then hopefully you were able to complete the fix and save some money by doing it yourself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or it helped with fixing your dryer, then please leave a comment or any helpful suggestions for others experiencing the same problems. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos and to help our channel. Thanks again for watching. That's all for this video. While you are here, please consider checking out the suggested videos and playlists that are highlighted on the screen.